I'm his wife.
I found it in his gym bag, tucked between old receipts and protein bar wrappers. A marriage certificate, dated 2 years ago. Noah and Isla, his sister. She'd been living with us for 6 months, sleeping in our bed when I worked night shifts, borrowing my clothes, calling me her future sister-in-law. But she already was family, just not the kind I thought. The sound of keys jingling at the front door made my heart stop. I quickly hid the certificate behind my back. The door opened. "Babe, you home?" I forced a smile, but inside, I was already breaking. 8 months earlier, everything was perfect. Noah was everything I thought I'd never find. Kind, present. He listened when I talked about my day. He remembered my coffee order. We'd met at a coffee shop, and from the first moment, I knew he was different. He told me I made him want to be better, and I believed him. 3 months in, he asked me to move in with him. I said yes, without hesitating. The day I moved in, he wrapped his arms around me and said there was just one thing he needed to tell me. His sister, Isla, was going through a rough time, a divorce, lost her job. She might need to crash with us for a bit, just until she got back on her feet. I didn't question it. Why would I? He was being a good brother. When Isla arrived, she was magnetic, the kind of person everyone wanted to be around. She treated me like a best friend from day one. We did yoga together, went shopping, had girls' nights. I loved having her around. It felt like I gained a sister, but looking back, I should have known. The signs were everywhere. Would you forgive a lie this big? Share this with a friend who always gives second chances. The first strange moment happened one night when I walked in on them sitting close on the couch, whispering. They pulled apart quickly when they saw me. When I asked what was going on, Isla said it was nothing, just family stuff, boring sibling drama I wouldn't be interested in. Then I started coming home early from my night shifts and finding Isla in our bed, not her room, our bed. She'd say her room was freezing, that Noah said it was cool. It happened 3 more times that month, always when I wasn't supposed to be home. One morning, I found a framed photo on the counter. Noah and Isla at a beach, arms around each other, both wearing white. When I asked about it, Noah said it was from Isla's wedding, that he'd walked her down the aisle since their dad had bailed. But something didn't add up. Why would they both wear white? Then I found a prescription bottle in the bathroom cabinet. Isla Carter. The medication was for anxiety and depression, but the date was from 3 years ago, before her supposed divorce. Why would she still have Noah's last name if she'd been married to someone else? That night, I was looking for Noah's phone charger in his gym bag when I found it. The marriage certificate. Marriage certificate, State of California, Noah James Carter, Isla Marie Carter. Date, April 14th, 2022. My hands were shaking, my vision blurred. I walked out to the living room where Isla was watching TV. I held up the certificate and asked her what it was. Her face went pale. The smile vanished. I told her, "You're not his sister." There was a long silence. She said quietly, "No, I'm not." "Then what are you?" She stood slowly, tears in her eyes. "I'm his wife. Subscribe now to see what happens next, and drop a fire emoji if you saw this coming." I backed away, my whole body shaking. This couldn't be real. Where was Noah? Isla stepped forward, tears streaming down her face, begging me to let her explain. Explain what? That she had been lying to me for 6 months? That she'd been sleeping in my bed while I worked nights? That's when the front door opened. Noah walked in, holding takeout bags. He froze when he saw us. I threw the certificate at him. It fluttered to the floor. When were you going to tell me? He tried to explain. Said they were going to tell me. But when? After what? Isla sobbed, saying they didn't mean for this to happen. For what to happen? For me to fall in love with him? For me to move in? For me to trust her? Noah stepped closer and said he loved me. That part was real. I laughed bitterly. He didn't even know what that word meant. Isla tried to explain that they were separated, legally. They just hadn't finalized the divorce yet. I asked her why she was here then. Why she was in my home, sleeping in my bed, pretending to be his sister. She and Noah exchanged a look. Because we were trying to figure things out. Figure what out? Noah said quietly. Whether or not we still had a chance. The air left the room. Isla explained that they were using this time to see if they could fix things. Noah thought if she stayed here, they could be around each other without pressure. And I was what? A test? A distraction? Noah swore he fell for me. He didn't plan that. But he didn't stop it either. He had nothing to say to that. I asked them if they'd figured it out, if they were back together. Isla looked at Noah. Noah looked at me. I don't know. I grabbed my jacket. Then figure it out without me. Noah followed me to the door, begging me to wait. I spun around and told him he had a choice. Every single day, he had a choice, and he chose to lie. He said he was scared of losing me, scared of losing her. Scared of being alone. I told him he made sure I'd be the one who ended up that way instead. As I opened the door, he asked what I wanted him to do. I paused and looked back. I want you to figure out who you really are. Because the man I fell in love with, he doesn't exist. I walked out. I stood under a street light, alone. My phone buzzed. A text from Noah. I'm sorry. I stared at it. My thumb hovered over the reply button. So here's my question for you. Do I forgive him? Do I walk away? Or do I make them both pay? Team revenge or team walk away? Comment below. Subscribe so you don't miss what Chloe does next.